Hi guys, it's Mina. Sorry if the lighting looks a little bit weird. I think it's outside. Well, it's not dark outside. It's just maybe the light, my light or something. I don't know why the lighting looks weird. So today in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 5 most disturbing movies. So these are movies that, some of these movies I did mention in my Movies I Regret Seeing, and if you guys are interested in this, in that video, that'll be linked in the description box down below. And these are just movies that I personally just didn't know why I wanted to watch them. I didn't think they were worth watching, and just a bunch of stuff like really creeped me out about them. So if any of you guys like any of these movies, then that's completely fine. I'm not trying to bash any of these movies. These are just movies that I personally didn't like, and this is all my opinion. Some of you guys may absolutely love these movies, and if you do, well then good for you. I thought they were disturbing. Sorry, that was weird. So anyway, I'm going to get started. So number 1 on my list would have to be one that I mentioned in my Movies I Regret Seeing video. And that would be the one called Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. And again, for those who don't know, I wanted to see this when I was like 15. Because there's an actress I really liked in it. And I also was getting into the age where I wanted to start watching more adult movies. And I bet a lot of you guys who are like at 16 and at the age, well no, I wasn't 16, I was actually 15 when I wanted to see this, and my mom wouldn't let me watch it, so I wanted to watch it and I really wanted to watch it, and then she finally decided to let me watch it with her, because I wasn't allowed to watch it unless I had adult supervision. It was the grossest, most disturbing movie ever. It had like a lot of beating, it had a lot of scenes that made me want to puke, it was just disgusting. But it did give a little history, which I found, this is the only thing I found pretty interesting, but it was just made me sick and want to throw up because it was so disgusting. The entire country was so gross back in the 1900s, and I had no idea why I wanted to watch it. Well, just because and the only reason I wanted to watch it is because Brett was reading a book that the movie was based off of. And I did not understand the book at all because it was just really weird. And I did show the book in my Amazon review. If you guys are interested in seeing that, that'll be linked down below as well. Well, actually, I'm not going to link it because it has nothing to do with this video. Yeah, I did read the book, but the book made no sense to me, so I wanted to watch the movie because I wanted to see if the story made more sense if I watched the movie. So I watched it with I had my mom watch it with me because then she could explain the whole thing to me, because the book just absolutely made no sense to me. And I'm so happy I haven't seen it since I was like 16. Oh geez, what is wrong with me? No, sorry, that was a little weird. Number 2 on my list would have to be one called An American Haunting. The reason I found An American Haunting disturbing because it just had a bunch of scenes that creeped me out, like a girl getting raped, sexually, excuse my language, sexually harassed by her dad. It was really weird, and then the ghost scenes and the noises startled the living daylight out of me. I really hate horror movies. For those who don't know, I really, really hate horror movies. I just was disturbed by the whole thing because it showed like a girl getting raped by her dad, and that really creeped me out. And I wanted to see that too because again, I was getting into the age of where I wanted to start watching more adult movies. Oh, actually, that movie was rated PG-13. But I watched an unrated version of it, and after I saw it, I went and slept in my mom's bed for a little bit because I was so freaked out by the movie, and I can't believe that I wanted to watch that. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Number 3 on my list would have to be Hound Dog, which is a film starring Dakota Fanning. And the reason Hound Dog I found disturbing because it involves a young girl getting raped, and it's really disturbing, and she's getting harassed, and she's always in trouble, and her father is not a good role model for her, and she lives in a home with a grandma. It's just really sad because it shows a little young girl that's like, I don't know how old Dakota Fanning was when she did that movie. I think she's like 13 or 12, I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. I think she was like 12 when she did that movie, and it involves her getting raped. It's really disturbing. disturbing, and it takes place in the time of, well, it took place in the time of like south of Elvis, and the time of Elvis Presley, but just the whole movie was disturbing because it involved a little girl getting raped, and it's really sad. Number 4 on my list would have to be one that a lot of people are probably going to think, what the heck is wrong with you? I think that is such a funny movie, and it is Scary Movie. And I know they're making fun of Scream when they do this movie, but I found it really disturbing and stupid. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Because it just had a bunch of adult scenes, and I usually don't like watching that much of adult scenes, even though I'm 22. For those who don't know, I have a learning disability, so I have a tendency to not understand things when I watch them. I don't know why. It's really weird. So I just found it disturbing because it showed a lot of adult situations, like a girl getting killed and stuff, and the Scream person freaked me out. It was just a really disturbing movie because it showed a lot of adult things that I didn't want to see like nudity. And for those who don't know, I'm kind of nudity phobic. Number 5 on my list would have to be Troy. Now, Troy has a lot of like war violence in it, even though it does give history about Greek mythology. I just found it kind of sad because it involves like even though the only thing I found interesting about the movie is 2 people in love, but the thing that I found disturbing was all the war violence was a little bit too much for me, even though I was getting into the age of where I wanted to start watching more adult movies. I just found the war violence disturbing. Okay, so those are my top 5 most disturbing movies. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!